Lassiter, but the heat's been burning up the upper pastures. We had to move the herds. Major, how is he?
As good as can be expected. Doc dug the bullet out of him.
Old war horse wouldn't let us move him.
Hi, Ben.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What are you trying to do with yourself?
Well, I was standing just outside the door there when they come galloping up. As soon as I seen it, one of them was Carver Lassiter, I yelled to Johnny here to get my scattergun. Well, Carver recognized me and opened fire, and Johnny started shooting.
I never hit a single one of them.
Well, it all happened too fast.
Well, at least they didn't get what they come after. We still got Harry Lassiter locked up in there behind them bars.
How many men try to break him out?
I believe there's 4, Ben.
There's still 5 days before the hang, and they're going to try again.
And that's for sure.
How many men do you have backing you up?
And that's just the trouble. Oh, Johnny, will you stop fussing over me? I ain't no woman. That's the trouble, Ben. There ain't very many men in this town willing to stand up to them Lassiters.
Ain't that the way of it? Everybody cries out for justice. They want a nice, clean little town, but as soon as trouble comes along, everybody heads out for a hiding place like a desert rat in a sandstorm.
Well, you're certainly in no shape to go after them yourself.
That's why we sent for you, Ben. We want you to take Roy's place. That's if you're willing.
Harry Lassiter killed my son in cold blood. Judge Simpson sentenced him to hang for it, and I intend to see that he does.
Major, I think you're forgetting that the rest of them Lassiters is equally determined that Harry don't hang.
We need help, Ben.
And it's going to be awful hard to get men to fight them Lassiters, believe me.
Those murdering jackals have got to be stopped.
All right, Hoss. You better get on home and help Joe and the others get that herd through Eagles Pass.
Oh, Paul, you're staying, I'll stay with you. Joe can handle that by himself.
All right. In that case, I hereby appoint you a deputy. Roy, you going to go on home, or we're going to have to carry you home?
No, I ain't going home, and you ain't going to carry me. Now, this cot is just as good a place as any to keep off my feet, and that's all the doc said I had to do.
All right. Well, I guess we better get to work, boys.
You mean a whole town full of people and nobody shows up at us?
Ben, you telling me that nobody else answered your call for help?
Well, fellas, looks like you talked a little bit too soon.
Reverend?
Gentlemen. Are these the only men that showed up?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Reverend.
Reminds me of some of my congregations. The greater the need, the less the response. If there's anything I can do to help.
We've already sent a telegram to the army. We can just get some troops in here. We can smoke them out.
It's my father. They're going to kill him. Please help him. Please, somebody do something. Reverend, please, you have to help him. They're going to...
Quiet. Just take it easy now. What happened to your father?
Well, Carver Lassiter and 3 other men came riding into the yard. And they pulled their guns, and they marched right into our front room. And they forced my father to go with them. And they told me to bring the sheriff this.
Judge Simpson is number one. Every day at sundown, there'll be another. If Harry Lassiter hangs 5 days from now, they hang. All 5 of them. You better believe we mean it.
You better believe it. There's going to be a shortage of a lot of important people in this town.
Well, this is it. Get down.
Hey, Judge, I'll help you.
Well, there you are, Judge Simpson. You can't say we didn't give you a nice, safe journey.
Might I ask just what do you intend to do with me?
Well, now, that all depends. Yes, sir, that all depends.
Now, you do be careful.
Come on, Judge.
Carver,
Yes, Ma.
what's holding you? Bring him in.
Oh, Mrs. Lassiter,
Judge Simpson.
by what right have you had me brought out here? I demand that you...
You're not sitting in that courtroom now, Judge. Remember that.
Mrs. Lassiter, you are going to regret all of this.
The only regret we're going to have is keeping you alive 4 more days.
Don't worry, Judge. You're going to have plenty of company. Unless they set my son free, you're just going to be the first of 5 hanging from that tree over there. Now, time up.
Do you seriously believe that Mrs. Lassiter intends to go through with her threats?
I sure do, Reverend. I sure do. Elizabeth Lassiter became a very bitter woman when her husband died.
But 5, Ben. 5 lives for one.
I know.
The answer to your wire just came, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
The Army can't get here for a week.
Well, that's too late to do us any good.
I guess it's up to us. Well, I'll stay here with Roy. You fellas get ready to start combing the back country early in the morning. Get some rest, gentlemen.
See anything?
We deployed for several miles along the river, but if anybody had ridden that way, they certainly knew how to cover their tracks.
Yeah, we didn't see nothing either. Like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Mr. Dietz, you got any more ideas that the Army taught you as a scout?
Yep. Let's call it quits for today and get on home. It's almost sundown.
That was the threat. Somebody else each sundown. We better get home and protect our families.
Let's go, men.
Careful, Ben. He's slick as a fox.
Don't try anything.
Yeah. Too early, ain't it? Well, the cook at the hotel want to get home before sundown? Of course, if he did, why, ain't no place he can go if they want to get him, that they're going to get him. Oh, that's good. That is very, very good.
You seem to be enjoying this.
Wouldn't you? I'll tell you something, Cartwright. You and me, we just naturally think different. I mean, you and that family of yours, you got everything. Me, Ma, and Carver, we ain't got nothing. I mean, it just figures that we're gonna hate you, and you gonna hate us.
I don't hate you, Harry. But I sure do feel sorry for you.
Well, thanks, but I can do without it.
It's a long, lonely walk to the gallows.
Oh, you out of your mind. You know I ain't gonna take that walk.
Sorry to inconvenience you, driver. I understand you have a passenger for Virginia City aboard.
I got several. You flag me down just to ask a fool question like that?
Nah, this is a particular one I've got in mind. His name's Merrick. L.B. Merrick. I understand he's a prosecuting attorney in town.
I'm L.B. Merrick. What do you want?
This is an emergency, Mr. Merrick. Maybe you better step out and read this. As you can see, it's very serious, Mr. Merrick. Now, if you just mount up, Mr. Merrick.
Yes, sir. Of course.
I wonder if I could impose on one of you gents to deliver this note to Sheriff Coffey in Virginia City.
Indeed, I'd be happy to, sir.
I'd appreciate it. It's rather important.
Hit up!
Where's the sheriff's office?
Right down there, sir.
Sheriff Coffey?
Oh no, well, Sheriff Coffey's just recovering from a wound. I'm taking his place temporarily. Name's Cartwright.
Hugh Gwilned.
I'm the hangman. The condemned man?
Yes.
Been years since I was called to Virginia City. I'll be building the gallows across the street, and I'll be posting a notice on your wall outside, with your permission.
Certainly.
Oh, I almost forgot. I was asked to deliver this note to the sheriff.